Welcome back to my YouTube channel Car Hub. The Dicker Max, officially named the 10.5 cm K gepanzerte Selbstfahrlafette, was a German heavy self-propelled gun developed during World War II. Originally designed in 1939, its intended role was to destroy fortified bunkers along the French Maginot Line. However, by the time the vehicle was ready in 1941, the Battle of France had ended, making its original purpose obsolete. Only 2 prototypes were ever completed and sent into combat, mainly on the Eastern Front against Soviet forces. Despite being a prototype with limited production, the Dicker Max is remembered for its powerful armament and its unique place in armored vehicle development. The Dicker Max was constructed on a modified Panzer IV chassis. The front-mounted transmission remained, but the vehicle was reconfigured to support the massive 10.5 cm K-18 gun, which required significant structural changes. The engine and crew compartments were shifted to the center and rear of the vehicle respectively, allowing the cannon to be mounted mid-chassis. This setup made the vehicle long and heavy, which, combined with its relatively underpowered Maybach HL66P engine producing just 180 horsepower, led to sluggish mobility. Unlike the standard Panzer IV's engine, the Dicker Max's weaker power plant was one of the most critical drawbacks that affected its performance in battle. The centerpiece of the Dicker Max was its 10.5 cm K-18L52 gun. Originally designed as a towed field artillery piece, the gun was modified to fit into the self-propelled platform. It had a devastating impact on the battlefield, capable of penetrating 155 mm of armor at 500 meters, which made it lethal against Soviet T-34s and even heavier KV-1 tanks. The gun had limited traverse of only 8 degrees to each side, and elevation ranged from -15 to +10 degrees, requiring the whole vehicle to be turned to aim at targets beyond this narrow arc. It carried 26 rounds of ammunition, which was relatively low for its size and role, stored in compartments beside the gun and behind the driver. While the gun was powerful, the vehicle's armor was modest. The front hull was protected by 50 mm of armor, while the sides and rear had significantly less, making it vulnerable to flanking attacks and artillery fire. Even worse, the crew compartment was open-topped, exposing the crew to air-burst artillery and air strikes. Despite these vulnerabilities, the Dicker Max proved capable in certain combat situations, taking out enemy armor at long ranges where it could stay hidden or behind friendly lines. However, its tactical inflexibility and mechanical reliability issues soon became evident during extended deployments. In combat, the Dicker Max was deployed during Operation Barbarossa in 1941. One of the prototypes was reported to have destroyed several Soviet tanks and vehicles. However, another account mentioned a failed attempt to destroy an armored train, resulting in an embarrassing escape due to a mechanical issue. The vehicle's performance in long-range engagements was praised, but its slow speed, long reload times, and difficulty adjusting fire quickly were serious liabilities. After mechanical repairs, the vehicle returned to service in 1942, fighting in operations like Case Blue and the lead-up to the Battle of Stalingrad. However, its effectiveness declined rapidly in fluid, close-range battles, where mobility and rapid response were essential. Though ultimately a failed design, the Dicker Max offered the German army valuable insight into the practical challenges of mounting large-caliber guns on tracked platforms. The lessons learned influenced later German self-propelled guns, including more mobile and better armored tank destroyers. While the Dicker Max never went beyond its prototype phase, it remains a fascinating example of early World War II German experimentation with mobile artillery, offering a glimpse into how military needs and battlefield realities can quickly render cutting-edge designs obsolete.